That's 2 songs.
I'm definitely, maybe it's because I'm from Arkansas.
Exactly. It has to make sense to you. It's not just like naturally good music.
Make it make sense.
The beat is just
3 6 Mafia. I mean, they got hits, but it's just not like great fucking music
Yes,
to where
it is.
everyone could feel it.
Now Juicy J, he better without them.
Damn
it, I just cussed. That's $1.
I know,
Let's go.
and that's 2 because you just said it again.
What else?
Because when you said beep, I just cussed. That's $1.
I said, damn it, that's not a cuss word.
Damn it. We can curse. We just have to be grown with the
not vulgar.
conversation. We
Come
just
on
can't
now.
be vulgar.
That's what we doing. We making our rules as we go.
It ain't like we talking about peeing on somebody's face. So listen, real quick, I got a question, all right? I got a scenario for you guys.
Got a scenario.
Yeah. And make sure everyone can hear us. Make sure there's no echo. If there's an echo or something, let us know and we'll get that fixed real shortly. Thank y'all for tuning in to Socially Responsible Podcast, though. So check this out. We start the show all the time with a crazy scenario, something we could talk about. We're going to figure some things out. Psst. Psst.
You keep playing with me, and I'm gonna cut some break.
My fault. I'm gonna quit being pissy, okay? So say you're I'm gonna ask you, Kimmy. So say you're in a relationship. Say you're chatting with some dude, right? Y'all been talking to him for a couple of weeks. You're pretty interested in him, right? Mm-hmm. Feelings are mutual. He likes you, you like him. That is the definition of mutual. He plans a first date. He wants to take you out, show you a really nice time. You're very excited about this situation because it's like, how many times does a nigga actually plan to take you out on a date? Yeah. But as he's planning to take you on a date, he has some requests. So in the request he has for you, he wants you not to wear your weave, no makeup, no, who's that Muffet?
I'm a blow
Come as you are, like it's church.
Hold on.
As you are.
Who's that Snuffleupagus? He don't want those Volkswagen bug eyes.
Yeah.
On the first date, he just wants you to come as you are, like Kay said. Are you offended? Do you still go out? Are you still interested in him? How do you respond to the whole situation as a woman?
Honestly, I would be like, cut your beard. Any facial hair you have, remove it. Because let's just be honest, for women, we use makeup and hair. Men, they use their beards. I've seen guys that, and you're correct, that will wear a hat and then have a beard and look, oh my gosh, like he looks so fine. But then see him barefaced and I'm like, what the fuck? Like he has like one of them Bob's Burger chins and I'm just like,
that little dimple.
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh. So, I feel like we all do it to enhance our natural beauty. But to be honest, and I just say that because I feel like every woman has a right to object to that.
Hold on real quick, Kimmy. Mm-hmm. There's this mic right in front of you, right? Put your mouth on.
Talk in it.
Okay, my bad, guys.
Now they can hear you. There you go. Talk into it.
But I honestly feel that every woman has a right to object. Me personally, I wouldn't care because most of the times I am barefaced and I wear my fro. So that would be nothing for me.
Real quick, are those your God-given eyelashes?
You know they not.
Oh,
I would blow you away.
I would just
stop.
I was just asking to make sure because just in case you said you're normally natural, so I was wondering if this was one of those normal times or is this that exception to the rule?
No, this is definitely an exception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full face.
So have y'all seen Neo's head?
Oh, he's just fucking.
Hey, he's from Arkansas too.
That's why his head is like that.
It's messed up.
Yeah, his head is kind of weird. Chico Bean.
His hairline is messed up. He don't care though.
Chico?
Chico don't care. He got braids.
Chico
Bean the bald dude from 85.
Wilding out. So
he has braids, boy.
Chico had braids? I thought he was bald.
No, he's bald.
Boy, y'all are tripping.
Chico Bean
got cornrows, man. He got cornrows coming out of his hat and no hair right here. How have y'all not seen this?
I think we're talking about a different Chico Bean.
You said 85 South, man.
Yeah. Him and Carlos is both bald with both ugly ass, unless he just grew his hair out.
Yeah, because that's my cousin. My cousin just got married and that's his best friend.
And his best friend
He did have on a hat though.
Yeah. So
I ain't gonna lie, he did have on a hat.
So would you be offended by that request though?
Me personally, no. But I feel that there's a lot of women that may be, and I feel they have every right to be offended.
So I actually got this conversation in this post from what is Jason's podcast called? For the Streets, right? Very controversial dude.
Is that the one in Houston?
In Houston. He's the one
I
that
follow
hates
him
women.
too, yeah.
He hates women. Hands no, he doesn't.
I'm about to sound like, isn't he married?
He's definitely not married.
Oh, then no. Oh, no. This is the one from, the karaoke week. I heard about him. I wish I could have gotten his ass.
Yeah, that guy. So the thing about him is that this is where I got the post from. But someone was saying that they would take it as a red flag. And I never thought of it like this, but the woman said that she has been in controlling relationships.
Yeah.
And she would take this as a red flag because it's showing signs that he wants to control her appearance. And I think it's taking it too deep. Again, I hate red flags because you're predetermining somebody's situation based off. Is that now?
Yeah, bro. He was just,
No.
look at his hairline.
No, I get.
Let me see.
He was being funny because somebody had made a post. Somebody had made a post about him on during COVID.
You know what? That's why I thought he was bald.
Yeah, I thought he was bald. But no, so she was saying that it's a very controlling type situation to where she doesn't like untwist that a little bit, loosen and tighten it back up. No. Right there. And then he thought it was that's what it was.
I get that.
So I never thought of it like that. But then again, like when it comes to those red flags, you're like pitting somebody else's situation on everybody else. So
I put it like this. This is a tricky situation when it comes to social media. Nobody has their own standards anymore. We're going off of what we're going off of what the collective has said.
Yeah.
So red flags thing didn't become a big hit until social media, of course.
until somebody made it a big
you know,
thing, yeah.
like, oh, this is red flags, this is red flags. I feel where some women who have been in, like she said, she had been in a controlling relationship.
Yeah.
So she saw it as a red flag, which is understandable. That is a red flag for her because maybe this is something that man required.
Yeah.
But for me, it would not be a red flag because it could be a guy who is just like into the natural. He's like, I want you to embrace your natural beauty. Some men are like that. They're like, I want you to love who you are as you. They don't care if you wear makeup or not, but sometimes they want to see you that way.
But it's also crazy because you remember that song Kendrick Lamar had, Humble?
I know what you're talking about.
And he had that verse talking about he loves a woman that's natural
In her
beauty and her
natural-
natural state, stretch marks and all. And then women were offended because they're like, oh, you're trying to tell women that we can't do this and we can't do that?
You want me to tell you why they were offended?
Why?
They were offended because he was like, he loves a woman in her natural state with some natural beauty and them stretch marks.
But the
because
girl-
he used a light-skinned girl with curly hair. But then whenever he went to use one that looked fake, he used a dark-skinned woman with weave. So women felt like, well, what's wrong with a dark-skinned woman? Why can't she look beautiful natural?
But
why did you have to go to use that standard?
And I think when people do that, it's like he just had someone in there.
I mean, me personally, I love Kendrick. I love K-Dot. I wouldn't think that he would do something like that intentionally, to offend us. So I felt like people were grabbing. But as a black woman, I understand that
because you've seen that too many times.
Yeah, where they will sit there and say, "Oh, light skin, curly hair is beautiful. Dark skin, not so beautiful." So I understand why they were upset, but I just think they were mad at the wrong person.
Yeah, and that's sometimes, like you said, they get mad at what happens instead of looking at the author of the situation because K-Dot don't mean no offense by that shit. But again, it's crazy because even when you want someone to embrace their natural beauty, and it's like as a man you're saying someone to embrace their natural beauty, all of a sudden they get offended. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is me. Love me how I am. But it's like, I'm trying to love you how you are. I just also want you to love you how you are as well. And then it comes like you're being combative. And now it's like, so it's always that fine line, right?
Social media. It really, really and truly is social media. People have these opinions now. Before, it was men never compliment us enough.
Yeah.
And then you get on social media and it's a guy's compliment a woman and then the girls, or a guy compliments a woman and the girls are like, oh my gosh, red flag, like he being too forward, or he's doing too much. Some women who they'll be like, okay, it was just a compliment, chill. Like how they'll sit there and take a screenshot of an inbox and be like, look at this dude in my inbox. Like, I hate that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
why?
A whole
group of them up.
Yeah, it's like for what? For what? Like, it is what it is. Like, if it's a person that's bothering you too much,
address that.
Block them.
Yeah.
I've always just blocked them. I didn't have to put it on Facebook for everybody to know. I just blocked them. And
all these married men in my DM.
Yeah, like I don't care. When I used to get on the dating sites, all I saw was married dudes. people that I knew that were in relationships. But the truth is, 9 times out of 10, a woman knows. She knows who she's with.
Yeah.
We choose to stay. We've stayed past the cheating, stayed past the lying. I had a friend, I tried to tell her, and she stayed until he left.
That we also had a conversation about that.
don't tell.
It's one of those like if you're in a situation to where you know your friend is being cheated on by somebody, do you tell your friend like, hey, your girl or your dude is, or
Me
do you leave
personally,
it
I
to
do.
yourself?
That ain't my business.
I do. And it just depends on, first off, I don't call everybody my friend. I ain't that type of person. Be like, hey, friend.
That makes sense.
So the people that I'm with, I know that if I tell them, they going to take it to heart. I don't have anybody that's in my circle to where if I tell them, they going to take it the wrong way.
Like you're hating or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
jealous.
I give hints like, hey man, you're doing too much cooking around the house, man. Like, might want to let her cook her own food every now and then, man.
Look,
You're doing
make
too
her buy
much,
her own
like,
groceries.
Yeah.
You sure you gonna drink after her?
Yeah, like,
That's funny. What I was gonna say something because as you touched on something, you said something about the DM. So, you know how women are like, this dude is in my DM too, and this guy's in everybody's DM. It's like, women, y'all do understand that men, when they talk to people, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and he tells me the same shit. It's like, bitch, because my story is the same. I have nothing else. Like, my story is my story. I'm not trying to lie or make shit up, but I'm also going to spread my, like when you're in
he told me he
DMs.
was on his way to work. I was. He told me that too.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, but for the most part, I think when women are saying
What do y'all mean by that?
Usually when women say that, they're meaning that, well, he told me that he wasn't talking to nobody too, but clearly he's talking to multiple women.
But that's what you're supposed to do as you're dating.
Yeah, but it's a difference between, you are, but you're also supposed to be honest about that, because 10 times out of 12, y'all are sexually active.
But I mean, in like a situation to where he's just trying to shoot a shot to many people at one time.
No.
But if everyone is dissing the dude and everyone's like, he's over in my inbox too, like he's supposed to be in people's inbox that he's interested in until something takes. But if nothing takes, then why are you mad that he's in somebody else's inbox also? You didn't want him.
Make a whole group.
Yeah, you didn't want
y'all.
Yeah. Everybody.
Girl, I like all y'all. Okay, golly.
Look, okay, so that is, like I said, if he's honest about it, I don't think a woman would have an issue, because then she can be like, okay, I'm cool with that. Or she can be like, you know what, that's not for me. I like to talk to one guy at a time.
But he hasn't got to the point where he's just shooting his shot.
Are you talking about like they just leave them on red and hey, and then they go, girl, look at this.
Because like a dude will holler at somebody and like she doesn't really not feeling them, and then a woman go and look at mutual friends, and then it's like, guess who's in my inbox? And she's like, he's in my inbox too. And the women are like, he's in everybody's inbox. But no one is really trying to talk to him and gain his grace, so to speak. And now all of a sudden, women are like, he's in everybody's inbox. But like no woman is trying to holler at him or trying to accept his advances.
In everybody inbox. Don't nobody want nobody that everybody can get.
But again, like how's he supposed to? That's the point. He's not getting anybody.
Okay, so we all.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I get that, but let me flip the script.
Oh,
if you
shit.
were to talk to a girl and your homeboys then already showed you her sliding into their DMs, you wouldn't want to talk to her.
Most likely, that is the reason why dudes will holler at a chick. To be complete.
Oh my god! If the girl slides into the other homeboy's DM, not the guys wanting the girl, but the girl wanting the guys, and the guys not wanting the girl, y'all would still be wanting her.
That's how.
If that makes sense.
In my past, in college, that I've slept with women based off of word of mouth type shit.
Okay, but that's different. I'm saying it in a good way. So like you said, the guy is not getting any play from any of the women. I'm saying it reverse. The girl's not getting any play. You wouldn't want to holler at that because
guys
don't nobody want you. So
but guys aren't as picky as women. So women be like, nah, a dude.
Okay, so then but you should
it's
understand.
differences. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
you should understand. Don't nobody want nobody that don't nobody want.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense.
Nobody want nobody that nobody want.
Yeah. Like we want somebody who they got some juice.
Okay. You got the juice. Nah, I don't want it. Anyway, so thank y'all for tuning in. This is Socially Irresponsible, the podcast episode. My name is Damien, aka Maverick, the Devil's Advocate.
It's your boy KK, aka Spinning,
aka Public Pearson.
Spinning.
I call him K Diddy.
K Diddy. And we have a guest that is to our side. Who do we have over here?
Kimmy on the mic. Yay.
I thought you was gonna rap for real.
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh, so
spit that fire.
Cold feet. Cold feet is what it's called. You got cold feet right now.
Look. I don't need to do all that for these people.
What were people saying about that conversation about the taking their makeup? Were most people being like, "Fuck the makeup," or
Yeah.
they would go out.
Women.
They would go out without the makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. That's how it should be.
That's how I figured. So anyway, we have Kimmy.
If you can't cut your phone on, then it's a little bit too much makeup.
Exactly.
Take 2 layers off, then put the phone in her face. If it cut on you, good.
That's what I'm gonna do before you come on the date. Let me get this phone to your
She
face.
be like, who the fuck is you?
If your phone cuts on, you get into the car. If your phone can't
She
cut
be
on,
like, who are you?
Look, you're going to be looking like
Siri, who are you?
phone locked.
Please give the phone back to the original user.
Hey, that could be a whole freaking skit. That'd be hilarious. But yeah. So Kimmy, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
We're gonna get some effects and stuff with the clapping and stuff. But once
I'll
again,
do it.
there you go. That's what we need. So we had Kimmy come on. And if y'all don't know who Kimmy is, you've never watched our show. If you've never watched our show, F you. You should watch our show. We're freaking dope. But she is one of the heathens. She has been one of our biggest supporters when we don't have shows and when we don't come on regularly like we're supposed to. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Regularly.
You did.
Like we're supposed to. Kimmy is one of the few people that I think about. And I know she'll get on our asses for not being as consistent as we should be. So again, I appreciate your support and everything that you've done, supporting us. No shit. But yeah, anyway, I'm off your dick, so we're on to
Got that off.
yeah, got that off. But real talk, we appreciate it. Everything you've bought merchandise, you've came to events and shit. Now you're here.
Look, I own stock.
Yeah, she on stock. Goddamn.
Look, I'm speaking it in existence.
There you go. That's what I like. Let's go over the call to action, Kay.
Y'all can follow us on Facebook, Socially Irresponsible. No, like Socially Irresponsible, the podcast. YouTube, Socially Irresponsible. Apple Podcast, Socially Irresponsible. Podbean, Spotify, Pandora. When we out here. We outside.
We out here.
We outside.
iHeartRadio.
Follow it. Hit them likes. Hit them shares. Everybody tag somebody in these comments right now. I'm gonna shout you out. What up, D? What up, Zetra? Ahmad, Jason Wesley, what's up, everybody?
Zetra, what's good?
Prezi said she saw Chico last weekend in the mall and he had braids.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
How y'all didn't know that? It's beneath.
Well, I guess I've been watching reruns a while and out. It hasn't been a new episode. I've been watching the old
you were
shit.
partially correct if you want to be.
Because
Because the front part is.
Exactly. Look. Hey, is Chrissy on there? She had her event with the vendors today.
Oh, yeah. I went.
How was it?
was
It was dope. It was dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was dope.
We got to shout her out.
Black
Yeah, what up,
Excellence.
Chrissy? Yeah, it was dope. Chrissy, Clifton, Bobby, Jessica. I mean, it was dope. Met a lot of people.
Bobby from the Comedy Club.
Yeah.
So also we went to an event. I don't think we ever came back on air since we had the Shane comedy show.
Yeah.
What is the Ultra? The Comedy Club. Ultra. What's the comedy? I'm
Ultra Upstage Comedy
Upstage.
Lounge.
Okay, I'm so
I'm like,
sorry.
what are you talking about?
I have no idea, obviously. So
Upstage.
Upstage Comedy Lounge, it's a very dope venue. This
It
past
is.
weekend they had Timbe out there.
That thing was packed.
Oh, it was packed. They
was
had
packed.
pictures of the first show. It was sold
My
out.
goodness.
Yeah, and they're doing big things. They actually had an article write up on Ken's, I believe it was,
What?
about how he is, I believe, one of the first black owned comedy clubs here in town that's doing big things. So I want to give a personal shout out to the city
For showing up.
for showing up and
Yeah.
supporting.
Because even for that 10 bait, because Arnez J was here the same day, so to have that
Oh
many
my
people.
God.
Where's he at?
He's at Laugh Out Loud. Well,
Okay,
he
hello.
was at like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
He was. Oh my gosh, I missed it. I actually went to see him.
Wanted to see him or Timbe?
Well, I did want to see Timbe, but I was with my son.
Timbe is interesting. I was hoping that we would have had a chance to interview him.
Right, yeah.
I would have had some questions to ask. I'm wondering if that is him or if that's just an act.
I'm hoping it's an act. Not
I
hoping, but I mean, you. What?
Them letters is gonna kick your ass. He did not just say that. And y'all talk about me.
That
not
was
saying
worse than a cuss word, wasn't it?
Everybody got quiet. Creeks. Like, ooh.
I mean, it is what it is.
I think he's hilarious, to be honest with you. I'm just curious, not that it matters, but I mean, you know, if I'm going to ask questions, I would like to kind of see where he came up with that was his inspiration, as in who he was. Like we asked Shane when it comes to his comedy, is it all real or is it, you know, a little bit of both? He said
5%.
5% was real. Yeah. All the other stuff is just jokes and entertainment. Yeah. And as you're talking about with social media, we get so caught up into thinking everything we see on the internet is real. Yeah. Every fact we see. I had a hurt, like my back was hurting. I Googled and I had two tumors and a cancer. I
don't Google no health issues because every one of them end in death.
Exactly. Or a possible heart attack.
Possible.
Yeah, back pain.
You type in your symptoms, see if you go to the emergency room now. Like, what? Hold on, let me go to sleep. Let me go just take a nap. Let me sleep.
And look, never wake up.
Let me sleep this one off. WebMD.
Go get some testing. We'll be good. But nah, that's kind of how it is. So it's kind of cool when you talk to these entertainers or people that are part of the internet that the internet is talking about. Yeah. And they'll tell you how full of crap the internet is and how much is just an act, it's just entertainment. It is what it is. Yeah. So that is one of the questions. If we ever interview anybody else, I'll always ask that question to kind of get insight on that because I just think it's interesting. So our show, we have a pretty good show, full docket today. Once again, thank you, Kimmy, for gracing the table. We're gonna have to get you to sign our other table before you head out. So we're gonna talk about some current events. We used to have this segment called Eighth Day of the Week, and I used to love that shit because we used to talk about a lot of issues that are going on in the country when it comes to the elections, shootings of black innocent individuals. So we used to talk about all kinds of stuff when it came to just anything. We're not going to bring it back, but we are going to talk about a couple of things that have been happening over the last 2 weeks. We have Kyle Rittenhouse.
I don't really care.
Rittenheimer. We're going to talk about Kyle in that case, in that situation, as everyone should know, he got acquitted on 2 counts of murder. And I guess one individual who's shooting at, he didn't quite kill them. We're also going to talk about Young Dolph. We're going to talk about DaBaby and Travis Scott. We also have some relationship topics as well. We have a question of the week. So the question of the week is this woman is talking to her boyfriend and their kid. She's taking her boyfriend and kids on a family vacation, and her kids. He feels like she is wrong for not including his child. So she's planned for her, the boyfriend, her kids, and then planned for his kids. She told him that he and his baby mama can pay for their kid if they want the child to go. She feels like it's not her kid, so it's not her responsibility. And she was asking everyone if she's wrong. I also got this question off of somebody else's page, and it was a lot of mixed comments on it. And we're going to go into that question of the day to kind of see what we're going to have that conversation. And we also posted it on our page. We're going to go to the comments and see what people have responded to that. But shit, let's start it off, man. Kay, how's your week? Talk your shit. My
week was cool. Hey, let me shout out. What's up, Liana? Liana said hi. Hi, Kim. There was a lot of M's, so I think that's how she said it.
I wanted to say, shout her out too.
Yeah, she on here. So my week, man. So I have a question for everybody listening, man. So
yes,
do piercings on a man give homosexual vibes?
Hold on, real quick. Let's add context. Kay, look at your camera.
What's up, camera?
So you see K. Now look at it.
Oh, so, my nose is pierced.
Yeah. Keep it on. So K
My
just
lip pierced.
he's been having a lip piercing. Keep it on K.
Yeah.
Keep the camera on K.
God damn.
He
Hey,
just
what's
got
up,
the
bro?
no, don't move it. He just got the lip piercing. He got a new nose piercing. So if y'all haven't noticed, y'all say hello to the new member of the team, the nose piercing, the pink nose piercing. So anyway, go ahead and finish what you're saying.
So I went to Houston one. Did we talk about Houston already?
With the dude that always holler at you.
No, it was just some weird. Like he said, I was pretty like a woman type shit. Like, bro, you tripping?
They called you a bitch.
I like, hey man, calm down. So I'm at work. This is 2 days ago. Like when I'm unloading my truck, the restaurant is like right there. So a car pulls up next to me. It's a couple, a black couple. At the lady says, "From far away, I know that you have beautiful skin." I was like, "Thank you." The husband proceeds to say, "You're like, man, like if I was a woman, I was like, hey, where you going with this, man?" He was like, I ain't gay enough, man. You a handsome ass man, though. Like, bro, I like, man, I need to take this shit out my face immediately. Say,
I ain't gay, but I'll suck your dick.
right? He said that shit. No, he did not say that.
Look, like Shane said, you're gonna be like, everybody, you can run away. I got this.
I got this one, guys. Y'all got it.
I just want to like give off homosexual vibes. I mean, a lot of dudes have piercings though. So
A lot of dudes with piercings are gay too, though.
no, they're not. There's more gay people without piercings.
I don't know. On you, I know you, so I couldn't be like, yeah, you look kind of gay because I know you. But I've never. I see Tupac with the nose ring, and I'm like, nose ring Tupac is gay to me. He's not.
I think it depends.
He's not that thug life guy that he appears to be. He's kind of like
beat your ass.
I feel like
security would beat my ass.
I
Probably.
feel
He
like
won't.
if you act feminine, like there's some men who act more feminine, like they talk like, "Hey," you know, and I'm like,
It's the hand for me.
yeah, but
I'm talking
then
my hand.
with the lips and everything,
Yeah.
you know, I would be like, yeah, you probably fucking gay.
Oh, man.
But no. But the way that you act,
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I kind of go with her. I don't think that.
I think it's a whole package.
Yeah, I don't think that the nose ring makes you look gay or anything like that. But you wearing gay accessories is all I'm saying.
What's crazy?
That's all I'm saying.
Say what's crazy on I hope I don't ruin this for nobody, but on BMF,
Yeah.
the cops they was like they pulled a dead body, was missing an earring. He was like, man, these dudes just killing, man. It bring off bitch vibes to me. He said like them niggas need heels and shit. Say.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
He said dudes that wear earrings bring out bitch vibes. He's like, you need like some heels or something. Like,
Yeah, so
That's crazy.
So then the heels would be more to the accessories that I'm talking about. So I don't say you look like a homosexual,
Yeah,
but y'all
no.
shopping at the same place. Is all I'm saying. Y'all are both going to Claire's.
Don't listen to him.
There,
Don't
Claire's.
listen. Look, you about to get canceled.
Hey, don't you ever, unless they gonna
Sponsor.
if y'all gonna sponsor, I'll go in there and buy something, but I ain't just walking in Claire's.
Let's make this clear. There is no way to look gay. Like that's an internal
But you
thing.
just said the lip thing.
No, I'm saying
The whole
I'm saying
thing.
when the guy, yeah, you can kind of tell.
You can act gay.
because a mannerism, like I mean, let's just be real. Like,
What's a gay
guys,
act?
Like gay guys, I have gay homeboys, and they'll be like, like, girl, let me tell you, like, they carry
Yeah,
themselves
I
a
don't-
different
I don't
way.
gossip like
I mean,
that.
you guys, not so much as gossip. They could just be like, girl, let me tell you, it was a lunar eclipse the other night. Like, that's not really gossip.
With all that head and all that.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
What's that Asian dude? He was like, gay.
Oh, from Hangover.
Yeah, nah. Like I said,
Hello, new member, Miss Garcia. How are you doing, man? Y'all go follow Miss Garcia. I'm sorry, I'm not say your first name.
why you looking at me like I can see the
Oh, you
words?
can't see?
Nah, I'm looking at you.
Pronounce your name for us.
I'm looking at Cake.
Like we can hear her.
You type it in. People type in John.
I ain't got time to
We know
type
what
that
John
in.
look like. You know on Facebook when you type your name in. You never seen that?
I have, but ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. Just go to the picture
But yeah,
where it has
y'all
her.
Follow her though, man.
Who's that?
I met her on TikTok,
Okay.
and she I got some beard stuff from her,
Oh, awesome.
and she does like face creams.
What's the name?
That's
of
why your
the-
skin look dewy.
Top to bottom is the name of the company.
So
top to
she
bottom.
top to bottom. you have face cream, and you're moisturizing your beard, and you're wondering why this guy said that he would suck your penis.
He never said that.
Oh, he didn't say that?
But you know
Hanifa.
what?
See, she did it. Haneefah. Hanifa. See?
But you dropped the ball.
What is that?
Because when he said, man, you know, your skin, you should be like, hey, you should go in on Facebook and look up top to bottom. That's a product.
Well,
I
his wife
use.
said I had pretty skin.
But what did he say?
He would fuck him.
He said I'm not a woman enough, but you're a handsome man.
Oh, that's what
I'm like, you too can be handsome top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
you should offer that man top to bottom. It would have been a good.
Oh,
We gonna do something out of
If you would have said top to bottom, then it would have been
KK
solidified.
KK offering another dude top to bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some top to bottom for you.
I'm supposed to
be
not
your
cuss
top
y'all.
or your bottom.
It's okay, man. You're Dewey. Kimmy, talk your shit. How's your week?
Nothing can happen.
It was
I woke up.
honestly, you know, yeah, basically.
Her weekend was pissy.
It was really, really good. And I did this. Hey, if you are in San Antonio, you should look up C is in Charlie, KO Boxing, and try it. They have a trial going on, 3 sessions for $30. It's a really good workout. It's super, super fun.
So you're like a fitness. That's your thing.
If people
Not
show
so
up
much
to that,
as-
Charlie better send us some stuff to give away.
T-shirt,
I'm not okay. So fitness, like probably about 3 years ago.
Put her IG up. So you have a fit one. Go
Commit to be fit.
talk your shit.
But like 3 years ago, I was probably like 270, depressed. I just lost my grandma.
That's not fit. Okay.
But I lost 100 pounds.
Okay, that's
And and I was on it, and then I just
Sorry.
had a baby, so you know I gained some weight. And I'm like, I gotta.
Ain't no baby
went
weight.
from 2.
that's
You know
weight,
what?
baby.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't know what we go through as women
270 ain't no baby
to have
weight.
these children. We produce life. That stuff it's stressful.
Sounds like an excuse,
is.
but I understand.
It's whatever.
No,
I went
I'm
from
just joking.
250.
I'm
to
not fat
203.
shaming. I just,
Okay.
I just.
It's cool.
No, real quick. I don't want
I'm
everyone to think
I'm a tooth shame if he try to fat shame.
What does two shame mean?
You're missing
I'm
your
missing it
tooth.
too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But the cool thing is, like, you know, I could put this in. You never know. Like, you gotta disappear for months and years and come back, and it's like, oh,
I
you
don't
lost a
care.
lot of weight.
I can change this.
No, you're
I
good.
can drop that weight and it will never come back. But your tooth will never come back as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the
It
doctor.
ain't gonna grow no more?
Nah, I get it
it's
replaced.
dead.
By,
Wrong tooth.
It's dead.
yeah,
It's dead.
I have to go and like pay some money to get it done.
That's okay. And I can pay some money and get it done too. But
I'm
you know.
joking.
She
I'm
got
joking.
on me
I'm
on
joking.
Facebook when I made that post. I was like, girl, go to the gym for one hour. Her Instagram got fit at the
Fit
end
at the
of
back.
Oh
right?
yeah, I was like,
She like,
dang.
oh, okay.
She felt attacked.
I
I went to
felt
Instagram and tell her, oh shit, I should say fit at the end.
But you know what? Though, listen, my sister is a registered dietitian, so everything that I learned is from a professional. I reached out to my friends that were trainers. That's how I learned what workouts work and they don't work. So
All jokes aside, I really think that journey is cool. Like finding yourself and understanding what your situation was and why you were there.
Yeah.
And I think not just with losing weight, but just in life. Like, this is where I was at. I didn't like it. Let me be accountable and understand why I'm here. Let's fix that, and let's just fix the whole situation.
Yeah.
So as much as I joke about I don't have issue with fat people. I don't. I know I talk about them a lot. My issue is
I didn't know.
Oh shit, I'm always on them. But they're on us too. Just anyway. But the reason why I have an issue with it's the lack of accountability that group normally has. You know what I mean?
I feel that's every group.
No, it is. I don't like a lot of groups, not just fat people. Like, I have a list of people that I don't really fuck with. But and it all
Group of missing teeth. No, I'm joking.
Get him. Got him.
I deserve it. If I'm giving it, I gotta take it, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. But it was all because of Disney World. Like, we had fat people that would come to the parks and they would treat themselves as if they're kids, and they wanted the whole park to accommodate them, and they're like kids are like handicapped, and they're like want to be let on the rides before the kids.
But can I say something
Go
about
ahead.
this real quick?
No, you can't say nothing.
Okay,
No, go ahead.
yeah, and I'm gonna talk my shit.
No, talk your shit.
But look, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. No, I'm joking. But honestly, this is the thing. This is what I have an issue about. I understand why they have a problem with it. You know, they want to have fun too. I get it. But if it was really an issue, or let me X that out. What I'm going to say is this. America should accommodate heavyset people because they accommodate that lifestyle.
America's created that lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why not accommodate those people? Why look at them like, oh, well, you need to do better? But it's like, let's be honest.
America does accommodate them. You ever seen a bad dollar menu?
No. But that's what I'm saying. When you were saying like you were mad at them for wanting them to accommodate them at the Disney show. I mean, at Disney World. But it's like, hey, well, look at where we live.
No. Again, I still see. When I talk about situations like that, I don't let the imperfections of how society handles situations be an excuse because you always use it as a crutch. We know that we can do better.
Yeah,
is it hard to do better?
It's very hard.
It's hard, but we know it. So again, I understand. I don't understand the situation they're in being fat, but we know that it's not a positive situation. No matter how much we want to spin it and be like, I'm big and beautiful. Like, no, you're like 1 foot in the grave. Let's just be completely honest.
That's not necessarily true. It's skinny people that's
it's
unhealthy. You know
I'm going to say this.
But
just because you fat don't mean you unhealthy.
But it does. Because you're fat, it means you're very unhealthy.
Well, okay. So
it doesn't mean
you don't have no disease. You can be fat with no diseases.
It doesn't.
You can be skinny with disease.
No, but it doesn't mean that only fat people are unhealthy. But there's a lot more fat people that are unhealthy, probably 99.9% of them. And out of all the skinny people, they're not unhealthy for weight issues that can be controlled.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, and then I'm going to say this, and I mean this not to offend anybody because I'm a plush pal myself. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. When you have more weight around your midsection, your abdomen, it is tied to higher chances of diabetes, you know, any health issues. So we can be beautiful, but you got to be honest with yourself. The more fat to muscle ratio that you have is putting you in more harm. It's gonna cause disease. That fat is gonna store cells.
It's toxins, guys.
Yeah. And that's just being true. Like that's one thing that really I'm like, oh, you know, I want to get this off of me. Now, as far as like what the standards are showing, like those charts, like I'm 5'1", I'm supposed to be like 115 or something like that. Like I've never looked good that low, even when I was in middle school.
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't fit you right. Yeah,
it didn't fit me. But you do want to get to where you're at a healthy weight because your joints, your bones, you know, diabetes. A lot of people don't talk about it as heart disease. Your
kidneys, your heart, your lungs. It's not just your bones and stuff. It's your organs are suffering.
Yeah, and then they also, I forgot what it's called. It's a type of fat, but
It's called a lot of fat.
No. It's I use this one scale and it tells about it's a fat that you have in your body, and it's telling you how much fat you have that are now surrounding your organs.
Okay.
And how it's doing damage to your body. So it's just those things that I think that we can be big and beautiful, but we can also, it's a different form of self-love that we have to be honest about. A lot of times for me personally, I got that big because I used food as a crutch. And I was dealing with stuff that I didn't want to deal with. So I say it's a form of self-love, you know, even if it's a habit that you've been taught from your family. If you have aunts, uncles, parents that have died of different like diseases.
Visceral fat? That was talking about?
Huh?
Visceral fat?
Yeah, visceral fat, yeah.
This nigga just Googled that.
No, then somebody commented. Hanifa commented.
Oh, no.
Play me like I'm dumb.
You saw you took credit for it? He was going to take credit for it?
I'm not reading the comment.
All right, go ahead.
It surrounds the organs.
Yeah. So
Who said that?
Hanifa, top to bottom.
Okay.
Yes. So like if you have the biggest disease, they'll say it's hereditary. But it's like, no, look at what your family was eating. Yeah. That's what's hereditary. You know, chocolate, high saturated fats, especially
tortillas, fried chicken.
Yeah, like all that stuff. The processed foods that we eat. You know, it's so funny when I hear people say, I ain't doing a vaccine because what they put in there, but they'll go to McDonald's and get something to eat. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Or have unprotected sex with you.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like you're putting yourself at risk no matter what.
You can get COVID from that?
Huh?
You can get COVID? Yeah.
From that?
What? from unprotected sex.
With strangers.
You can
You
get
kiss her?
HIV.
No, you were talking about COVID.
Are you kissing
But you know
her?
what? Hold on. Can I actually? I do want to talk about something. I do want to tell y'all something.
So all that was nothing.
yeah,
All that.
yeah, no.
Something
I do
else.
this is just one thing.
Hold on, something else though.
Yeah.
She said she want to talk about something like she just didn't
Listen,
talk. Okay,
listen,
I'm sorry.
listen.
No, go ahead. It's your
She
platform.
took a drink.
So I was actually on I forgot what post it was, but they were basically talking about this girl was mad because she was pregnant and she found out that she had like chlamydia or something, and she automatically got mad at her dude, and people in the comments are going off. And I was just like, well, you know, how often do you get tested? And one thing that people don't know is when
it's
you go
for
and
8
get
years.
tested, you need to ask for a full panel, because they're not going to do a full panel just because you're getting tested. And you need to get tested at least every 3 to 6 months, because some of those diseases like HIV, they like dormant in your body for years.
Yeah.
So you can be an HIV carrier and not even know it. So I just thought that was pretty important, because a lot of adults don't know that.
No, a lot of people are stupid, but that's good information. And it's okay. I mean, or ignorant, I guess would I say. But I saw this movie Kids. Have you seen the movie Kids?
It sounds familiar.
So have you seen the movie Kids?
What's it about?
It's about kids.
No,
no, I'm just
Don't
joking.
do that. Don't do that.
All this shit. No, so the movie Kids is a movie that I think every child should watch, every young adult, even us adults. We're kind of trained to be how we are now, so it's kind of too late for us. But it's about these young, I think high school kids, maybe late middle school.
In New York?
In New York, yeah.
Okay, I have.
And they're just hanging out doing just kid shit. Now, throughout the movie, there's this one guy who only sleeps with virgins. That's all he does, right? So he is, sleeping around with virgins. This one girl that he's dating, her friend was like, let's go get an HIV test, just because, like, the school is doing it. I forgot the reason why. They went to get an HIV test, and she was like, I'm scared. I don't want to go by myself. Why don't you come with me to take the test with me? She was the virgin that was dating that one guy. So they went to get a test. She didn't have it, but the friend that she took along just for the fuck of it, who was dating the guy who was a virgin, she was a virgin, but dating the guy that was high school guy that was always dating young virgins, he had HIV. So if she found out she had HIV.
Yeah.
So then she was pissed off. So there was a party that night. So she was looking for him. Again, this was before we had cell phones. This is an old movie. So she was going around to look for him. Found out that he was going to be at a party that night. So she found him. And when she found him, he was date raping this other virgin. And she walked in the room and he was having sex with her. So now he gave her. So this guy was fucking virgins, passing HIV around the whole community.
Never heard of it.
It's a really good movie.
Olivia Pope is in it. Kerry Washington, she's in it. She
was
like
younger?
a younger. Yeah, she was
Younger?
a teenager.
But how did the girl have AIDS if she was a virgin?
He
guy
had AIDS.
He had AIDS. The
was
guy that
passing
only
to
dated
them.
virgins.
You say the girl that tested positive was a virgin?
She
No.
was no. So she started out as a virgin.
Oh, okay.
But she was dating this dude because
Okay, I got it now. I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for clearing. I'm horrible at it. But watch the movie with
You
kids.
said she was a whole virgin. I took the test.
Yeah, but that's the only
She
person
wasn't
she's
a
ever
virgin.
been with, and like I think she's only with him once.
That's
But
all it takes.
Yeah, but he was in high school and he was just doing that. So it was a very bad situation. I think it was just a very bad situation. But you should watch it. It gives you an insight on just that whole situation. But that's a good thing to bring up. Damien, how was your week?
We didn't ask you? How was your week, man?
Anybody? Oh, it was good.
Ian, how was your week?
Now that's the energy that I'm looking for. My week was shitty. I had a really shitty week. One day we'll talk about it on the show because I would just like to talk about my personal life.
Was it pissy?
It wasn't that
Dude
bad.
hit on you?
It wasn't that bad.
Did a man hit on you?
No, it wasn't that bad. But it was a very shitty week. And like I said, I'm gonna talk about it because I think it's something that needs to be talked about in a deeper, honest situation. On this show we're gonna talk about that good and bad shit. But just I guess not today. But at the end of the show, the comedy show that Shane was at, I ran into AC Turner, right? AC Turner, he has his own podcast, Radioactive Podcast. He came on this show once, and I've been vocal about how I didn't like how he came on the show. We waited for him for like an hour. He finally got here. We went over the show, and he left after 5 minutes and went to some party that he was supposed to go to. And I feel like that was a fucked up situation to where we wrote him into our show because we needed another one, and he just totally just bailed on us, right? And I've been vocal about it, but I don't think he's ever heard it from me because we never crossed paths, and I want to text him that shit or call him. So I said, if when I see him again, I'm gonna let this nigga know. So I let him know, and it wasn't no beef. You know, he understood, and I, you know, so if you hear it from anyone else, you heard it from me. Cool. Yeah. So we squashed it. Now we had the interview with Shang. He came and he was like, I appreciate. He said the interview I did with Shang was fucking dope. And he was like, I listened to it. He was like, it was better than shit that I've done. And I was kind of like, I wanted to hit you up. And earlier that day, he hit me up and asked for my number. I guess he wanted to call and tell me that. But he said we all did a good job on the interview. So clap to us. I appreciate that. And it's cool to hear that from a colleague, right? Now, everything I do, we don't do it for, me personally, I don't do it for validation. I don't need people to know that I'm great at this or I'm good at this or that I'm trying to do whatever, right? But it feels good to be noticed and be seen. Mm-hmm. So I just want to say thank you, AC, for that compliment. I appreciate it. And just to let you know that whether you gave us that compliment or not, we know we're the shit.
You just said no.
I know how to take a compliment.
Yeah, but it also feels good, you know.
You don't like compliments from me either, huh?
No, I'm just saying because it's cool. Like, you know, some people live for that validation. Some people need to have that validation to make them feel like, you know, they did something good. Regardless if he gave us that compliment or not, we felt like the interview was fucking phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
Minus the sound quality, we need to fix the echo on there. But minus that, we thought the interview was very great, and Shang even appreciated it. So regardless if anyone else liked it, we're proud of what we did, and we put forth to. Can it get better? Can we fix it? Of course. But then it also, you know, the appreciation that people are watching and listening, and people are, you know, also getting the same feel that we're trying to put out, the information we're trying to give out. It also feels good that people are receiving that as well.
Yeah, I went to the mixer and people recognize. They were like, "Oh, y'all got a dope podcast." Like,
y'all support us all the time. Quit supporting us silently.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's really good to hear.
Because I mean, I don't think people realize. I mean, people realize. People that y'all see on lives, on shows, we all put a lot of work into it. As you can see, I have an extra. This is an extra room in the house, and we turned this into our own studio.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, inviting strangers. I don't know who the hell this fucking heathen is, but she's, you know, in my home right now.
I'm not a threat.
But no, so I mean, you know, I'm probably trying to sound cooler than I really feel inside, because I really think it's cool that, you know, someone step out his own, because he's the best interviewer in the city. You know what I mean? He's known for giving out dope ass interviews. So for him to tell that to us and everything, I appreciate it.
I feel that that's awesome, because it's, y'all know me, I'm gonna go to color, but it's a black man congratulating another black man.
Yeah.
And not hating. Y'all are in the same field. Mm-hmm. You know, not hating. He gave you your flowers. Yeah, I think that's dope.
Yeah. So I and with all the beefs that everyone thinks I have with AC, and
there's no beefs.
Yeah, it's
Clifton on the fault of all of us because he thought we didn't like.
Yeah, the comedian Clifton.
The comedian, the host at the.
Oh wow.
Him and AC are tight.
Yeah, he was like, "That's my friend." That's my friend. I thought y'all was bullying him. I was like, "It was a joke, dude."
Oh.
Yeah, but it's no real beef. But again, you know,
how you gonna beef with somebody?
It was more so like a respect thing.
It's 1 billion people in the world. Like, how you gonna trip on something like?
I just didn't like how he treated the show that one day, and that's all that was. And I'm gonna voice that.
I mean,
but
I've walked out a few times.
You've wanted to. I don't think you shut the F up though several times.
I'm tired.
No,
I'm tired and left.
Yeah, but
go to a party.
That's not professional.
What is?
That's not professional.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, but that's all. That's all that happened for my week. So, you know, goods and bads. But that's normally how, you know, 24 hours go. Goods and bads.
Sorry, you're playing with my feet. You like my shoes or something?
Next.
So let's have that collective talk.
All
right.
Talk is that?
So when y'all first walked in,
yeah,
it took a lot out of y'all to not have this conversation. Okay, the conversation is the top 5 black sitcom families.
Okay.
All right.
Well, no, you said couples.
Yeah, couples. I apologize. Couples, right? So we all are gonna come up with not my own 5, your own 5, your own 5. We're gonna come up with our 5 collectively. Okay.
Okay.
So who wants to go first with their
I
first?
will.
You?
All 5?
No. Just name one.
One. Whitley and Dwayne from a different world.
That's mine. I was gonna say that too.
Mine is I don't even know their name.
Why them?
Because I felt like it was so real. The breakup, everything that they went through is typical in love in general. Like, you know, they had to break apart. First off, he wasn't even checking for her and she wasn't checking. He was after Denise.
Yeah.
And then whenever he was checking for her, she wasn't checking for him. Then when he wasn't checking for her, she was like, no, but I want you.
Yeah.
And then they had to get together. Then they broke up because he wasn't sure if he really wanted to settle down. He was having second thoughts. He met another girl. Then he was like, baby, please. After she moved on and she was with somebody else, then they got married.
The marriage
and it was just
dope.
beautiful. Yeah, everything is just, I feel like it was realistic.
It was probably one of the first young black love that you saw. Like that was black love before black love existed.
Exactly.
And it wasn't really, it had its toxic moments, but I don't want to call it toxic. It was just very realistic.
It was human. It was
There you
human
go.
moment.
And they had, and they didn't really have a lot of downs, but they handled most of the situations very maturely. It wasn't nothing crazy. The arguments were real. And so yeah, that would be on my top list as well. What is yours, Kay?
Probably the Everybody Hate Chris. Because it's realistic, man. They work.
Terry Crews, right?
Yeah, and Pam.
The 80s and the 90s, moms and dads.
Because they work, like, they working, like, it was real life struggles, you know
One
what I'm
was
saying?
frugal.
Like,
Well, he worked. Because remember, my man got 2 jobs. Like,
but, like, just something, because it's more realistic. Like, I can relate to that.
yeah, that's a good couple too, though. They took care of 3 kids in the projects. You know, they made a wage time. I think I agree with them. That was a top couple too. That's realistic.
Mine is the Huxtables.
Oh man, that's so fucking.
I and that's a spinoff of Dwayne and Whitley.
I agree with the Huxtables because I felt like at that time in TV, in the TV world, they needed to see black people in a different light because we were able to produce good times.
Yeah.
You know, hey, black people are also educated. You know, they have well put together families. Y'all want to spin the narrative to only where white people have these successful families. Let me show you a black successful family.
So there is somebody I know. She's from Sweden, I believe. And in Sweden, that is what they had on TV. That was because, you know, everyone wants to watch American TV.
Yeah.
The show they had was that.
That's what they think.
The Cosby Show. So when she came over here, that's how she thought all black people were.
Hey, that's pretty dope.
Freaking amazing, right? And then she didn't realize that the way we're portrayed on
Ghetto as hell.
There's colors out here. These motherfuckers like the movie Colors out here.
So when she moved over here, a foreign exchange type situation, she moved to Judson ISD. And this was like in the 2000s, right?
That's not good.
So she had an image of black people as Bill Cosby came to America and moved to Judson ISD.
Old dogs. Cheeseburger, I was in a cheeseburger.
Look,
Shit, I don't even eat burgers, sir.
her coming here and seeing Judson ISD is like us going to Africa and not seeing the hungry children.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Exactly. So, and I thought that was dope because, you know, in other countries, they don't portray us as gangsters, thugs, and hoodlums. Like they have, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, stuff like that. And that's how they look at black people in a sense. Not in every country.
Yeah.
But I thought that was dope. Because, of course, in America, we portray our black community or our other non-white part of the country like shit. We really portray them pretty
Ghetto.
bad. So that's 3. We have... we have.
Oh, I have somebody else.
No, who's your first one you have?
Dwayne and Whitley.
Who do you have?
What's that, Different World?
Different World. You have
Everybody Hates Chris.
and I have the Cosby. What has anybody said on that?
Nothing.
And then so we need to come with two more.
So my next one, of course, is gonna be Gina and Martin.
See, Gina. So no, there was a big conversation about Gina and Martin, and then it came up her relationship with old buddy from My Wife and Kids,
I know you're talking about.
and they compared
Her
those two
that one was better.
relationships.
Oh,
That one was better.
That one was way better. Martin was funner.
yeah, it was funner. I think because of the cast altogether.
Martin was actually a very shitty boyfriend.
Wait. Oh, we said sitcom. Dang, I was about to say a movie, but
So which one would you? Which Tisha Campbell relationship do you think belongs in the best? That gives the best example of a black relationship.
I mean, to me, Martin. I mean, but I at the time when I was looking at Martin, I was relating more to that young-minded.
Martin was a horrible
relationship.
boyfriend.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah.
But then, whenever with My Wife and Kids, it was funny, but it was corny too.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, come on now, come on, that's kind of corny.
So who would you say your
Out of those two shows,
yeah, no, those two.
My Wife and Kids.
Yeah, My Wife and Kids. So
I'm the only Martin and y'all are Wife and Kids.
So we'll go with My Wife and Kids. Who would be the last one? I would pick probably Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The original Viv. And
I think I don't like that argument. I think they're the exact same character, just different portrayal, but the meaning of the character was the exact same.
I feel, but the original one.
She was a better. She played the role better.
Yeah, I'm about to
played
say
it
the
way
dynamics between the two
Rock.
was a
Remember
lot
Rock?
better. Like they rocked off of each other.
Yeah. No.
Versus the other one, I don't want to take away from her because she's an icon.
She was a fill-in.
Yeah, but the emotions didn't bounce off of each other like the original did. It felt like a more realistic relationship.
That's because you're biased. You really just like the old Envy.
I do.
That's all that was.
Was that?
Okay.
Hold on. Emily said, "What's up, Emily?" She said, "Cal was Cal and Maxine a couple on Living
Yeah.
Single?"
Yeah, that was a
was
a good one.
great. No, I want to say, oops, sorry. What's her face? Free Spirit and Opie.
Oh yeah.
Overton.
Overton from the same show.
What was her name though?
I don't know her name.
Yeah, Overton.
Her name
and
is Kim something, right?
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
Them two, they should be a good couple.
They were really nice.
Now, fun fact.
Al Bundy gave.
Hell nah.
Real quick, fun fact. If y'all didn't watch 101 with
Flex.
Yeah, with Flex Washington.
And his daughter.
Yes, so Spirit, his daughter's best friend, her parents is Overton and Sinclair. They
real
actually
life?
show that. Yeah. No,
Not in real life, on the show.
Oh.
They actually show them as her parents.
That's cool.
I thought that was super dope.
It's a random fact. Stephen King does that in a lot of his books. He has reference to other books, and a lot of them connect to each other.
A lot of anime.
I named my
watched
daughter
do that.
after the girl off Flex, the Kyla.
What Kyla Pratt?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
That's why you got the-
That's where we got the name Kyla from.
Yeah.
What would be the fit we have? So should we pit My Wife and Kids, or should we boot them out?
No, okay, y'all can put My Wife and Kids since Gina and Martin didn't make it because it was 2 against 1.
Well, Gina, because Martin, I love that relationship. Like that is my example of love in a sense, like how their relationship was.
Whose?
Martin and Gina. I love Gina. And I thought Martin was so cool. But again,
I feel like it was realistic.
as we got older, you realize like Martin was
An asshole.
Yeah, he was
But
an asshole.
and
But
I
it
feel
worked.
that Gina sometimes was tripping.
The thing that I liked about Martin and Gina, in all honesty, is Martin brought out what Gina needed, because Gina was very soft.
Yeah.
And she needed to be roughened up a little bit, and she needed
And
to
goofy.
understand, you know what I mean, loosen up. And Martin brought that out of her. And then through the episodes, Gina brought the softer part of Martin out of him.
And
so
the mature.
Exactly. So I think that was more what they were showing. That's why they wanted it to be so kind of toxic and weird. But she brought the better part out of him, and vice versa. So that's why I like it so much. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't fake. It was two people that probably didn't belong together, that met because they actually cared about each other, and they made it work. And they understood what they complimented at each other at.
I think we're missing one last one.
It's a lot
Good
of like
times. Good times. James,
I can remember that one.
James and what was Florida?
Weezy.
Florida Evans.
Well, you said Rock and his wife
That was a solid relationship.
Rock, they did good.
That was a solid. You
Rock,
remember Rock?
Rock and
The bald headed dude.
the garbage man. Rock and then
young, she young as hell though.
Oh yeah, you probably don't remember Rock. Rock was a solid TV show. And then what was that other show?
His name is Charles Dutton.
Yeah, Charles is done. And then the other one when he was a cop. Who was the one when he had his son?
Winslow?
Carl Winslow. That was also
Family Matters.
That was also a pretty good.
It was good, but it
wasn't
top
iconic.
5.
It wasn't iconic, but Rock was good. Rock was a very good, and his wife was a very good. But yeah, so everyone listening, we have the Cosbys. Mm-hmm. We have Dwayne and Whitley from A Different World. We have Terry Crews and his wife. I don't know who she was from Everyone Hates Chris. We have from My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
And then the last one, are we going to do The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or are we going to do...
I said we can. I mean, I would just like to throw an old school out there because they're iconic, and James and Florida Evans.
Yeah,
Good times. The love that they had for their children. Like they really stood up for their children, but they also gave them that love that was like, hey, right from wrong, and then they stood up for each other. I think that we need to give some respect to that.
We'll add that. That'll be our 5th one. So we'll type that up. Anyone else? If y'all have a top 5, let us know. Random conversation. I think one of the best families to ever be portrayed on TV is Roseanne, the original Roseanne.
Okay.
Regardless how much we hate Roseanne, like that was really very realistic with the. Have you ever watched the show?
I watched Seinfeld before I watched that.
Okay, well, if you have never watched it, it's kind of hard to kind of like have whatever.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
Yeah, like the way they treated the kids is the exact same way your parents treated you.
Melanie and Darren, who was that?
Oh, The Game. Who said that?
That was
Emily.
toxic as shit.
Huh?
That was
Emily, which one was
But it was good. It was good.
the lawyer,
twins?
the lawyer and the football player.
Doom.
That was so horrible. That was so horrible.
And it's actually coming back.
Oh, for real?
To do what?
To make money.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought Roseanne was one of the best portrayals of like how a real household is. They're not pretending like they're tucking their kids in every night.
Yeah.
They're having real conversation. They actually have conversations when catch your kid having sex and dealing with shit like that. So Roseanne is like, as much as we don't like Roseanne Arnold now, when that show was on, and even the new Roseanne, the Connors, oh man.
You know what? Who we didn't give some love to real quick? It's Blackish. How could we forget them?
That's very unrealistic.
No, it's very realistic.
Why is it unrealistic?
Because they do talk about all that stuff.
The show is great. I don't think that their dynamic is a dynamic that makes sense in real life. Now, the one season when she was about to have that kid and they basically fell out of love with each other and almost got a divorce, I thought that was a very iconic season. Because they literally almost lost each other and they fell out of love, and that's kind of how relationships are. You have your good times and then sometimes you go through shit. And they literally broke and I think separated houses and everything.
I think that we need to.
But that's a good. I love that show.
We need to up it, Emily. And we need to make it seem like it is, even if we don't think it's realistic. We need to make it realistic for the African American community.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that's number 1. 2 Black successful parents.
Yeah.
Showing different dynamics of the marriage and how to treat your children.
That show, hands down, is one of the most realistic. It's not a realistic show. It's a show that touches on real issues. Yeah. But as far as the show, it's a comedy, and that's kind of why it's not really serious. But as far as the show, I think it's hands down one of the greater shows.
Emily naming off all. No, we doing TV sitcoms, but that would have been dope. She said Mia and Lance.
So let's tackle this question of the day before we sign off on A and go to B. So the question of the day, as we were talking about earlier, there's this woman, she's taking her boyfriend and their kids on a family vacation. He feels like it's wrong that she is not including his kid, I guess his kid from another relationship. I told him he and his baby mother can pay for the kid if they want the kid to go. She feels like she did nothing wrong and it's not her responsibility. How do you feel about that?
Well, first, I want to say comprehension is everything. So when I read this, I read that taking our kids. So when she says that it's not her kids, they have kids together, our kids. And if you move like you're married as a woman, you continue to go the whole way. I remember you tell me earlier, like, well, he's just a boyfriend. They already have kids together. They're together.
From reading it, like you said, I would assume that they have their kids and he had a kid from another relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
So right then and there, as a woman, this is their sibling. They're coming. If the mom doesn't have the means, I mean, of course, ask the mom to help. That is her child as well.
And that's what she's saying. If the kid wants to come, that's fine, but she's not fronting the other child.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The mom has the means to help. Have her help. But if not, I'm not going to leave that child at the house.
So you'd at least include the child,
Yeah.
and we'd figure out how they're
when you date with the intentions of marriage.
Okay.
So therefore, and I'm just saying in this, you already got kids with this man.
If they're beyond dating, they have kids together,
Yeah,
probably in the same household.
Exactly. So now this is a family. This is a unit. So you need to move as such.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave just because the mom is not willing to put the money up, whether it's her being bitter or whether it's her just simply not having the means. I'm not finna make the child suffer.
How do you feel about it, Kay? Would you? Well, I'm pretty sure, and that's the thing. As a man, and this is me being very general. It's second nature to be like, yeah, I'll bring all the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
that's another thing. Women would expect, well, if he wants to be with me, he needs to accept my kids. Accept his fucking kids.
There you go. Talk your shit. No, real talk.
Just a comment, like, I know we were talking about the red flag shit, but like, there's no way I could date a woman that would.
Y'all had kids
some
already.
shit like that.
Way beyond red flag.
Exactly.
Y'all already are sharing kids, so
Yeah.
like,
and you know what's
just
so
because you
crazy?
sharing kids don't really. They're not even married and nothing. So.
But I mean, in this situation, like you
I
built a
wouldn't
family.
even leave the kid that she don't want to pay for. I wouldn't even go to HEB and be like, leave my kid with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just because she said some shit like that.
Exactly. That is a red flag.
No, it's beyond a red flag. Like that's a relationship killer. Personally, I would feel. Again, so you brought up some points that I saw boyfriend. So when I see boyfriend, it's kind of like, it's not really her responsibility. But then now we're talking about our kids. So we share kids, right?
Yep.
Is it your responsibility to take care of the kids y'all share? Of course, hands down, which is why she planned the trip. Now, I also personally don't think that she has to invite the other kid for the simple fact that my kids have two other siblings, right? I guess it's kind of weird because she's in her own situation, but say if I was dating her still, which again is also different when it comes to that because a woman's not going to just leave her other kid to go on a family trip with her dude and the kids that they share. So if she's going, all her kids are going regardless.
Exactly.
And again, it should be the same across the board for a man. So I get exactly what you're saying, but trying to flip it to make it make sense to me being a man and dating a woman and being like, nah, I'm just going to take the kids we share. You're going to leave your other kids back. Unless it's like I plan it on the weekend that the dad has the kid. That's the only way that would make sense. But outside of that, it just wouldn't be something I would ask or expect.
But see, and this is where we have to be careful because as a man, you want to be acknowledged during Father's Day as being just as important as the mother, correct?
Always.
So why wouldn't you treat your children like the mother would? Is people look at it as like this. Well, your kids are most of the time they're with the mother. So of course, this is a no-brainer. You have to accept them. But as a man, you should treat your children the same way.
Yeah.
So if a woman is not willing to say, hey, they can come, I got them, drop her. I'm sorry. I'm a mother and I would not want my son's father to be with the woman that says something like this. I mean, granted, I'm definitely going to pay for his half if that's what they need. But if I'm with a man and I have my son with me, he's not going to ask any questions like, well, hey, can his father cash up me some money to pay for his portion? Cause I'm not helping. Like, I would be like, you bum. Like, come on now.
Yeah, no.
Like, let's just be honest.
Stunt, pick a place that she know you can't afford.
I know, right? I feel like it is. I feel like it's not her responsibility.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is their responsibility. And I think it is if she's planning a trip, I think it is her responsibility to include the other child.
Yes.
Not her responsibility to
pay for them.
No, not her responsibility to make sure that child goes. At least include the child. Like, hey, we're going on a family trip. You, me, our kids, and I want your son to go. You figure it out with the mom and see if he can go. If you can get him that weekend, we can plan on that weekend. And if y'all agree with it, cool, he's coming. But if not, then we'll figure something out. But it is that woman's or that other person's responsibility to keep everybody included.
Does
that make sense?
If the issue, it does. But if the issue is finances. I don't think the issue is fine. I think she said, I told him that he or his baby mother can pay for their kid if they want her to go.
Yeah, that's spite. That's spite. But it's not that she doesn't have it. I know what you're saying. Spite. Like it's. I don't think the money is the issue. I think it's her being petty is the issue.
No, definitely. But no, what I'm saying is from the mother, the actual mother of that child's perspective.
Okay.
If she just really can't afford to pay for that. Mm-hmm. I think that once again, when most people date, you date with the intentions of marriage. I'm trying to be with you as a woman. If I'm dating you as a man, a lot of times it's because I want to see where this can go, if we can go further, especially if I'm already invested in having kids with you. So therefore, if the mother can't pay, it should be natural as a nurturer to be like, okay, she can't pay. I got it. Exactly. Let me help you and let's bring them.
But see, like I said, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But this isn't that.
Yeah.
This isn't like she doesn't think she can't pay. And from reading this is just like I'm being petty.
I ain't taking
It's not my child, period.
She's wrong. And she needs to find another boyfriend.
Yeah. Or I think she's just being very childish
boyfriend.
on that. At that point, like I said, in my opinion, invite everyone. And then we'll figure out if this kid, if the other child can even go. Because I don't want to make the determining factor to being like, yes, you're going.
Yeah. No,
hey,
definitely.
I'm inviting your child with her because that's my baby too. But you and that kid's mother, y'all talk it out amongst yourself. And if y'all want this to happen, we'll make it work. But if she is not comfortable with it, I get it. I'll understand. We'll see him next week when we're back in town and it's our week. And that's kind of how I think. But the conversation should be there. I don't think this is about money at all. This is about just me not wanting to, me being an asshole because I'm pissed off at that woman. And so I'm taking out on the kid or whatever that situation.
Can I actually tell y'all something? It'll be kind of quick. Okay.
Just tell us what you want to go.
I'm in this group. I'm not gonna name any names, but it's a women's group that I'm in. And believe it or not, there's been quite a few posts where women are talking about not liking their stepkids, hating them.
I've heard that a lot.
Saying that, they're evil and this is, other women are in the comments, this is natural to feel this way. And I'm just appalled. I'm just like, why are y'all even in a relationship if you hate your stepchild? Like, I mean, it's to me, it's kind of scary. Being a mother, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want my son's father to be with a woman that secretly hated my son.
That is more common than you'd expect, of course, But it's
I'm seeing it, and I'm just
I've dated up I noticed it never because I can't stand your motherfucking child. Yeah. Like it's. I've been there. I've thought that.
I've dated.
Oh God.
I've been in situations like that.
I know this.
Why would y'all? Oh yeah.
I know this because I don't like your kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit ain't gonna happen.
But at least you say that these women are going on to
I don't say
marry.
that. I just disappear.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you make the conscious effort to know. But these women are marrying these men.
Yeah, no, they're deep
saying
into
like,
it. Yeah,
they're like, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to marry him, but I hate his stepdaughter. She talks back to me, and I swear she hates me. She's trying to sabotage things, and I'm just like,
that's what kids do, though.
You need to leave. But the thing is, you as an adult, don't know when it's time for you to leave because it's never gonna work because that person is always gonna pick their child over you,
as they should. It's I've been in situations.
Not always.
I know, right?
Should.
I've been in situations like that, and there's reasons as into why, I don't like every kid I meet, but it's not
true.
You know what I mean? And I shouldn't have to, right? But it's not like you hate a child. It's like you hate where this kid is at and how they're at, in a sense. So it's not So when I've had issues in those times, it's not nothing personal. It's like this kid needs their fucking ass whooped, or this kid.
That be the issue though. It be the other parent.
And
like
you're not whooping this kid's ass.
Oh, you let your kid get away with everything, and my kids don't get away with none of the stuff your child get away. And like it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like
those have been my issues.
But that is something y'all have to pay attention to. Like the fact that these women overlook that. When I'm like, parenting skills is something that you need to look at when it comes to move into that next step with the person.
No, I mean it's a lot more than having a couple of good first dates and sex is great. So I agree with that. But that is going to be our side A. We're gonna take a real quick smoke break. Not really a smoke break. I don't know. Maybe them.
I got a boo boo.
Somebody got to piss too, and Kimmy got to pee. So we're gonna take a real quick break. Again, that is the end of side A. Thank y'all for watching in. We'll be back in 20 minutes. Actually, I'm lying. 20 seconds to get side B started. Okay. Peace.
You got these bathroom for real?